regional here because, you know, we would love to see more people come out. We have
absolutely,
people from
man.
Eastern Washington, you know, the EWA scene. We have people from Oregon, homies from Utah, Eastern Idaho. And of course, the last shout out I want to throw out there before we get into this game here is shout out
a good call. Oh, New Colony.
New Colony, yeah, the beer company. Thank you so much for sponsoring us and making this event happen.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, hold on. So Sticccy, we saw before that they were playing the Fox, and I was thinking Fox would be a pretty good matchup, honestly, into Steve. Because, I mean, sure, Steve has the dumb, insane jab combo across the entire stage to forward air spike, all that kind of stuff. If you can hit that, fine. People think that it's a winning matchup for Steve because of that. But at the same time, Steve can get rushed down so hard by Fox, it's hard for him to set things up. But instead, Sticccy opting to go with the snake in this situation. I'm really interested to see why that is.
Really interesting pick. I mean, as far as that I know of Sticccy, you know, he's always been, you know, the Fox main. Somebody who's been tearing it up in Utah. But, you know, maybe this is something that nobody would have expected. All we've seen from the tournament has been Fox. So maybe just try to throw Isaac or Powell for a loop here.
Possibly.
Maybe this is a matchup he feels more comfortable with, you know, with his character. And right now doing a solid job finding conversions off of these grenades.
I mean, maybe you're trying to think if, like, Grenade can interrupt a lot of the combos of Steve, potentially. You can potentially camp out Steve a little bit more with his projectiles as well. That could be the thought process here. But at the same time, though, Snake definitely going to be some combo food if you cannot interact with the projectiles. And also, almost killing off top of the up tilt right there.
Great up tilt catching that, you know, minecart over from Powell there.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, we will wait and see. I know that Snakes have been on the rise recently, though. Like, I mean, Snakes, I think they have been a character that has gone up so many people's tier lists recently because of these recent results of different players like Apollo Kage is the biggest one, or Kronos, or our very own Vex Slushy is looking crazy here,
Shout
too.
out Slush, you know, he might not be here, but we never, you know, we always got to give out love to the homie. But right now, I mean, we may not have known much about this Snake, and I don't think Isaac did either because he's just going to get blown up by that C4 right there.
True.
Not ready for it. Maybe just forgetting where the placement was, and the Snake is real, man.
Okay, we'll have to see it. Able to use the back air to reach through the minecart and hit Steve right there. Pretty interesting. That was a rough situation coming out there, but able to escape it pretty well. Sticccy, I mean, Snake's a pretty heavy guy, so you're going to be surviving for a lot longer at this point in time. And you have some great stage control from him as well. You know, we're down in the pink a little bit, but at the same time, he's racking up a decent lead here.
Yeah, no, and I mean, he's really just turning this entire stage into a war zone. Constant explosions going on everywhere, controlling so much space, and if you aren't careful, everywhere you move, you might be blown up.
Yeah, okay. Minecarting out of disadvantage, you're going to see a lot of that coming out of Steve, I'll tell you what. And spot dodge into the up tilt, too. Only losing to 70%, man. Come on, only 70, dude. Or only 50, excuse me. That's terrible for a Steve, wow.
You know, but here we go. Sticccy recovering high here. And Pow just going to run right into the C4, taking a bunch of damage there.
Okay, interesting. Basically a dead even game at this point. But there's a certain thing called diamond on deck for Pow. So even though the percents say this right now, I'd say percents are kind of a bit of a liar. I definitely favor the Steve in this situation. Okay. Oh, man. Sticccy doing so well to avoid every single option there from Pow. And Pow exhausted, out of iron, and down on the C4 as well.
I mean, Sticccy's movement has been absolutely phenomenal. Fighting his way out of almost every situation that, you know, Pow uses to approach. None of these minecarts are really connecting. He's doing a great job at, like, not getting hit by these anvils, spot dodging at the last moment and just getting the hell out of there. And really just controlling so much stage and pressuring Pow into a position where he's right on top of the C4, fighting 2 of the 3 stocks so far with that C4. Doing a great job of controlling all the space.
Okay. Oh, man. Up B's, where exactly is Sticccy going to land? Just right there, and building on just ever so slightly bits of amount of percent right now. 41 onto the Steve, and every single bit counts when you're in such a close game like this one. Every single one, especially when you're playing it with 2 zoner characters, is huge, because when you have the lead, that means the other one approaches at your leisure, and that is all that can matter potentially in this game. But hold on, an insane combo starter from Pow right now. Now taking the lead so far in game 1.
All right, and Pow is looking to catch the landing here, looking to try and punish him off the top, but not quite going to find anything. Just hanging out on this right platform, mining some materials before he finds his way into the game. Just throwing out so many options left and right to cover just about everything. Sticccy doing a great job of staying alive here. Pow going to be able to make it back to center stage here. Right now, Sticky's stuck on the ledge, but going high.
This is so close right now. Both players basically at 100%. Anyone could take this at this point in time. Now, resetting to either side. Waiting to see how we can get in right now. Oh! Calling out or reacting to the air dodge right there of Pau, taking it off the top. The up tilt of Steve. Turns out it's a pretty decent move on here.
Yeah, no, and so many times that game outside of, the C4s and everything, he was just doing such a great job of catching Pau, jumping out of that minecart with that up tilt, just immediately challenging it. If you air dodge is cool, yeah, whatever. I'll probably just grab you afterwards. Like, I'm sure he could frame trap with that, or just straight up hitting him out of the minecart. So many different options. So doing a great job of covering just about everything.
He did. He covered so much.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, he definitely seems to be experienced in the Steve matchup right there, man. He knew what Alex or Pau was gonna be going for that entire time. It felt like, but now. All right, we're going to see if Pau could potentially gain some resources, build up a nice bit of investment for some future stocks right here. It doesn't look like Sticky wants to be a huge aggressor, so I think he's going to allow Pau to build up the resources, get some iron, possibly a diamond on deck, and see what we can do with it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then Homie was absolutely bunkering down, dude. Like, he did not want to deal with any of these grenades, take any of this ridiculous chip damage, and... But not quite gonna die. We were nowhere near the blast zone. The camera just made it look, scarier than it was.
Dude, yeah, he covered every option except the neutral getup right there. That was so close. On the side platform, moving on to the side too. If Pau had decided to roll to the right, my man would have been sent into the side platform.
Such a scary situation. And I mean, look at all these blocks defending just about everything. There's not really any angle that Snake could really throw these grenades to pressure Pau here, but he suddenly finds one.
Okay.
A little bit of damage.
Yeah. Oh, the clank of the up tilts right there. Eventually going to be beaten out by Snake. Okay. And getting, obviously, the confirm off the minecart into the up smash, but neither of them really getting insane confirms to take stocks yet. Both of them surviving just barely from those strong hits. Okay, and right now, there we go, catching Pau again with that back air. I've never seen a Snake use a back air that effectively, honestly.
Sticky just doing a great job at tracking exactly where Pau wants to be and when, and also just avoiding all of Pau's options. Like, I don't think I've really seen Sticky get hit by maybe more than 3 minecarts the entirety of these 2 games so far.
Dude,
like,
yeah.
All of the really big buttons that, Steve has, as I say, gets hit caught up by minecart, trying to down tilt him out of it, He tries to challenge it. It's not, if you wanted to avoid it, you probably could have. But, I mean, all of these really big buttons that Steve has, Sticky's doing such a great job of just staying on the move and making sure that none of these options are connecting.
True. Okay, up tilting the shield right there. Going to roll back a little bit and get hit a little bit by the jab, too. Into the forward air spike, but not able to get a second one off of that. Ooh, Sticky reversing into a bit of his own now. Trying to hit him off stage. Resorting to a ledge trap situation that it turns into an advantage state for Pau. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
most definitely just neutral layering out a shield. They're just trying to call out whatever aggressive option that Sticky wanted to throw out. I mean, this game is just so tense. I mean, there's nowhere to really move on the stage. And more often than not, we really just see Pau just sticking to like one side, mining his resources, kind of mining his business, trying to get his economy back up, because for a minute there,
oh my gosh, what the? My man
resources.
My man just Nikited the dude in the face and was able to not get punished for it. I don't know what Sticky's doing.
Scary situation. Both players actually make it back.
Get back, dude. What? Dude, I would have died there 100 times.
I'm saying, bro. But actually, these grenades.
The minecart, is getting interrupted by the grenade right there.
Yeah, and it's kind of just like holding him in place for a little bit. So, Pau's not really able to convert off of it. It's a really interesting, matchup thing that.
Obviously, Sticky knows about really well.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have one and it's just being interrupted, I think the animation or something. Really interesting to see that. But you know what? Even if you don't get trapped inside of it, you can still get run over by it, bro. I'll tell you right now. And Pau able to take both stocks with the empowered minecart.
Definitely. Right now, he's really got to figure out how to get out of this corner. Mind the C4 sitting on the center stage. Right now, Sticky just tossing a barrage of explosions, looking to close out the second stock that Pau is just not wanting to give up.
No, and Sticky, he's just not really approaching this point in time, which is allowing Pau to potentially get 2 diamonds, which is what he's really wanting to hear. So we can get one right now, build up some percent, and have one for the next stock, too.
Absolutely. Just biding his time, trying to get as much damage as possible onto the board. Not really particularly worried about exploding or, pressuring Sticccy, just trying to stay alive as long as he can, just hold on to the stock, and doing a great job of remembering exactly where that, that C4 is.
Oh!
With the forward throw into the Nikita, catching Pal, trying to minecart back to stage.
That was kind of forward throw into Nikita, bro. Okay, that was a bit of a, I didn't see that coming, bro. I love the schmicks for sure, man. Okay, now, falling there, catching the B reverse was the up air right there of Pal. Really appreciate covering that option, but it does not matter when Sticccy's piling on this much percent, dude. It's basically an even game. Both games have been dead on even right now, but which character, which person is going to have the metal to close out the stock? It doesn't matter. It is a horseshoe, bro. You can get close. It doesn't matter who is going to be able to take it in the end.
Absolutely. I mean, at this point, I feel like it really more just comes down to, who has kind of the mental stamina to play out these really long games and play at the top level that they both know that they can for longer than the other. It's more just about the tricks that they have in their bag, right?
Exactly.
Oh,
no way!
Once again, the C4 gonna explode right on top of Pal here, but he's gonna survive by DIing to the upper right corner.
Dude! Oh my goodness!
Oh, scary.
I'm loving how Sticccy is playing this right now, but Pal does not seem deterred. Just trying to get some resources right now, not panicking the situation, trying to set themselves up as best as possible to come out in this last stock, last hit situation. Both of them completely reset to neutral. Sticccy hitting himself with a grenade for a little bit, trying to knock some sense into himself. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but
always kind of in his own world over there. But you really have to be scared. Yo, look at this tricky situation.
Footstool! Are you kidding me? Okay, blowing up the seat.
Wow! What the hell is gonna clank with the minecart? And this thing is just gonna find his way leisurely down to the ground and catch him, trying to throw out another option with once again the up tilt there. Like, Sticccy is just so good in these last hit situations, knowing exactly what he needs to do and when, and honestly, with a little bit of luck on his side.
I wish we could see that back, man. Like, it was the minecart beat up by it, and also the back air. Just like, it was literally a pixel away, it looked like. I don't know if it got beat out by the up tilt or what happened right there, but that was absolutely ridiculous coming out from Sticccy. I've got to hand it to Sticccy, bro. The man plays Fox, obviously, but he's playing such a defensive game right here with Snake as well. The man is showing that he is versatile. He's not just a one-trick pony where you're going to be rushed in or came back. The man can be flipping in between styles, doing whatever he possibly can. And you know what? It's doing so well that he might be cementing himself into grand finals if he can take this game.
I mean, Pal just starting this game off with like a 7-block high pillar, just saying, hey, bro, you can stay over there across the stage, but none of your grenades are going to get through, bro. And just building these resources up, already got gold on deck. Sticccy just creating this barrage of explosions and walling the area out with back air. Not interested in approaching whatsoever.
Dude, he does not
honestly, with against Steve, where all of the options seem so skewed in his favor, approaching is not really the last thing you want to do. So I can understand why the Snake is doing such a great job, and you know, the reason why he wanted to pick this character in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, the man is definitely showing it on full display right here. Almost converting the minecart into a bit of 4-day right there. Nothing too crazy yet, though. Pal is gonna need to put in some serious work now, man. I mean, every single game that he's lost has been insanely close, right? So he's demonstrated he has the capability, but so far, Sticccy has had the gumption. He's had the mental fortitude. He's been able to have an amazing amount of stamina, and so far, Pal, in order to compete in this set, needs to show the exact same thing.
No, absolutely, and just honestly, I just really want to shout out that Sticccy situational awareness. Like, even if in that last game, right, where it was a really interesting situation where it could have gone either way, you don't know what the hell's going on, you clank the minecart, Steve's landing on you with an anvil, but then you just throw out the up tilt and you just say, hey, come at me, bro.
Dude, if you got
being aware of that situation and wanting to throw that out was the correct choice in that situation. So just really good at recognizing these situations.
Speaking of the up tilt, man, it's coming back to play, bro. I mean, Sticccy is catching the landings of Pal really well with that move. And the game plan, like we said, you're supposed to not let Steve get Diamond. Diamond hit very strong. It do big damage. But it does not matter if Sticccy can play around every single option and know what you're going to throw out before you do.
Most definitely, but when the only thing that Pal can really do to close the gap is minecart, and you're avoiding every single one, you don't really have to be scared of that Diamond. I mean, he is just playing on the opposite side of the stage at pretty much all times, not interested in approaching. You know, as Pal watch minecart's in, he rolls away, he throws out that back air.
He's getting so walled out.
He has, you know, Pal's plan book memorized to a T.
Yeah, man. And absolutely. And if you're Pal, how exactly do you approach? Everything you're doing is getting stuffed out at every opportunity. Sticky is being so hard to pin down. But now, taking that first stock, if Pal can possibly do the 0% combos that we all know and some of us love out of Steve, maybe he can pull himself back into this.
And this is a really scary situation to be in this game 3 here, to be this far behind, because against Snake, where most of the time you're just gonna end up trading with him, right?
Yeah.
And if he doesn't want to trade with you, he's just gonna play this keep away game where you just throw these nades, throws out the Nikita, places the C4, and just kind of hopes you run over it. And I mean, this could easily be a situation where Sticky could be up a complete stock over Pal here.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, absolutely. The Beerverse, too, he's landing so well, mixing those in a ton to get back onto the stage. Okay.
Okay, scary situation for Pal here. Can't really mine efficiently because he has no axe, but also really doesn't have a lot of materials. So he's really got to dig deep into his pocket to figure out some kind of option where he doesn't have to use this diamond, because if he crafts a tool right now, diamond is the only option. But as Sticky finds that grenade, gonna take the stock at 189, and right now he's gonna have to use that diamond. He's gonna have to really dig deep to keep himself alive in this tournament.
Complete bias right now. Boise is on its last tournament stock. We need to show that we are a region to be reckoned with. Pal, you are carrying the region on your shoulders.
Do not get stretchered.
Oh my goodness. Can you potentially be the hometown hero that we all need? Can you show that we can put up a fight against the Titans of Utah and Oregon and Washington? Show that we can do this.
And I think Pal's kind of started to realize that he definitely needs to start making these moves. Like, I think he's really just kind of letting Sticky have all of this space and just kind of get away with whatever he wants. But then again, even if you do want to approach like he just tried to there, there's just this impenetrable wall that, you know, Sticky is putting up.
He's at 105, man. This is so difficult. And sure, you have empowered minecart, but like you said, Sticky's playing around it so well. What other options do you have? Steve, the creative mode character, is looking one-dimensional right now. Kept taking off of 2 different blocks, and the C4 off the top. Sticky, honestly, kind of making light work of our #1 player in the region.
I mean, honestly, he just played that matchup so proficiently,
so well,
making almost 0 mistakes, and even in these really interesting scramble situations, being able to recognize it immediately, capitalize it with split-second decision-making, whether or not he had that shit thought out, or if his reaction time is just that lightning
He's
fast.
just that crazy.
But just able to really convincingly 3-0 Pal, like it was. Like, he knew the matchup like the back of his hand, looking so comfortable in that situation.
Yeah.
Not a single time did he look pressed. Not a single time was he in any distress or scared of what Pal can do.
And, bro, when in doubt, up, tilt, out, bro.
Up, tilt,
honestly,
out.
It's working, man.
I mean,
it worked so well
is
for him.
Absolutely
It's
crazy.
disgusting, man. It called out an air dodge. It beat out back air for whatever the heck reason. I mean, but you got to give it to him as well. At game 3, the other games were close. That one was not.
Oh, yeah.
That one looked like he had the entire matchup zipped up and put away in a coffin.
No, most definitely, man. It got to a point where it just feels like Sticky just figured it out. Maybe Pal just kind of running out of steam a little bit. So it kind of sucks to see, you know, Boise to be out at 3rd and 4th.
It does.
But what a great showing from us, you know, proving that we are a region that can compete with the best of the best.
Yeah.
A lot of, you know, Boise taking out some, you know, EWA players, taking out Utah players, taking even out some Eugene players.
We did.
We did a great job showing out. But
absolutely did.
Ultimately, the Invaders got their, you know, got their come up.
The Invaders did it.
You know, homie from Eugene.